though. Japan Blamer and Clavier, also known as Prince of Carthage, versus Viney Thunder and Matt Moy. It is going to be play all 5. I expect Clavier and Japan Blamer to take all 5 games, but I am going to be looking out to see if Viney Thunder and Matt Moy are able to take a game off them, because if they are, then that will go a long ways towards them going to quarterfinals. So here we have Iroquois and Germany versus Iroquois and French. Alright, so it looks like it was a coin start. A coin start, and let me see this. A coin start and a food start. Okay. So I like the choice to go with a market on a coin start. You're going to need to chop enough wood, though. Matt Moy having only one Subtle Wagon on wood, that's actually a very good macro early for that. And then see a longhouse that's going to go up by Viney Thunder, scouting a bit with it first. To be honest, for these guys PR, they're playing this pretty good. I mean, he could scout a bit more, but yeah. Looking over at Japan Blamer and Clavier. Already has a longhouse forward. Let's go to line of sight. And pick up 20% HP. That's nice. And taking with his Outlaw Blowgunner. Nice little thing there. Clavier is French. He's picking up a lot of the llamas. No one else is right now. Let's take a look at the decks real quick. See if we have some decks selected. Don't see any so far. No, I'll check back on that in a bit. $225 food. He sees. Clavier picked up 2 llamas. Got a treasure for that. Nice. Alright, so let's take a look at the treasures. I mean the decks now. Okay, I think that deck could have a little work. No H2 military shipments is rough. Having both of the medicines, that's interesting. Spice trade. It's a fairly eco-heavy deck. It does have some force powers in H3. Yeah, interesting. France's deck here. Okay. I think maybe Japan Blamer never really made his deck. I'm not sure. Looking at Clavier's deck though, it's looking like he's gonna go natives. So nicely done from him. I'm trying to think if there's any cards. I think he's got all of the native cards he could. Yeah. Nice. We'll take a look at Viney Thunder's deck. This is a more standard Iroquois deck. For some reason I was thinking that this was, I don't know, looking at Viney Thunder's and Matt Moy's decks and their micro and everything, it's slightly better. We do see that Iroquois and, so Japan Blamer and Clavier are aging. I'm not entirely sure why Viney Thunder is not aging. I'm not sure why he's not aging yet. Did he forget to make bills or something? No, he's chopping a bunch of wood. Why is he chopping wood? I'm confused here. Maybe he's gonna build a war hut in transition. I don't understand. Wait, how many villagers does he have in queue? He has 5 villagers in queue. Okay, so that explains why he's so low on food. Okay. Looking over at Matmoy here. He is halfway aged already. Yeah, this is interesting. What's up, Pinky? It's a very back fire pit. See, if he were to cancel his villagers now, he would be able to age. He's building... Okay, he aged up fast. Okay, gotcha. He aged up fast. Was that a bug or something that didn't show aging up? I don't know. Go back to units and cute. That's slightly confusing. But, now he's aging up. He has a war hut. He has a fire pit out. I can't tell what he's dancing for. Probably fertility currently. But, it would be really good to go with XP, so. Alright, so Tomahawks out. We see Clavier going Ika. The Huamika are very good. You can Huamika. They're high siege, high multipliers versus cav. Really, really good units. They cost mostly food too. I think it's 100 food, 25 wood, but I could be incorrect on that. Also got some pikemen out. That's an interesting choice there. Tomahawks fighting the Pikes. Tomahawks behind. Defending War Hut out from Bunny Thunder. With a similar sized army. Does have the defender's advantage. More Pikes coming in now. Matmoy needs to get some units out, but his cav are kind of countered by everything that John has currently. He does have barracks out. He never went with a Zero, so really good choice from him there. I'm not sure I'd send those cav in there, but that's what he does. Do have a crossbow out. That's a really nice addition. It's going to help a lot. This is a really close fight. Defender's advantage over to Matmoy and Viney Thunder so far. I'm really impressed with Viney Thunder and Matmoy. They're really low PR, but they've been doing a really, really good job for their PR. Market gonna go up soon by Viney Thunder. The army is cleaned up. Slightly better micro out from Japan Blamer and Clavier. You can't watch with music. Thanks. I forgot to pause that. My bad. Appreciate that. Alright, getting back to the game. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so it looks like Japan Blamer and Clavier are going to clean this up. Just superior micro in those fights. It was actually really close when it came to the mounted units that were out. Tomahawks come out here. Viney Thunder, let's look at units in queue. He does have some aim at you, so good choice from him there. Let's look at HP of units. That War Hut will go down really soon. If that goes down, it's going to be really, really rough. Cav out. That's just from a shipment. He doesn't have a stable. Using the cavalry, though, would probably be more effective. This market hasn't been built yet. That War Hut's just about to go down. With that War Hut going down and not picking up the wood, this could be rough for sure. He probably needs to delete this market. They played it pretty well, but just superior micro out to Japan Blamer and Clavier. Alright, so more crossbow coming out, I'm guessing, and we do see that another trade post picked up by Clavier. Villager went down, And market goes up now. Is he upgrading with it? Not yet. I think only one villager on the fire pit is interesting. These pikes just sieging. They're going to go down too fast, and then it's kind of just a waste. Tomahawk's taking out the crossbows. More crossbow coming, though. Does have the Warhut out. Let's go to units in Q. It is 5 in Q, 5 crossbow in Q. More pikes. Pikes and tomahawks. That's a peculiar choice. Perhaps they're just assuming the opponents were not weren't as good as they actually were. We do see Japan Blamer and Clavier a higher score currently. It's probably a lot due to just the military units out on the field, though. I'll go back to shipment sent. I'm curious. Matt Moy, I want to see his deck real quick. A little bit laggy. He does have 3 settler wagons. He does not have 2 settler wagons. And yeah, looking good. It's actually not looking bad for Binding Thunder and Matt Moy. They have, they lost 1 war hut, and they've lost units, but their units have traded fairly effectively, I think. Having the right counter units at least. And the pikemen have not done a whole lot. Yeah. So, let's see, are they gonna add... No, they've just got 3 war huts out. Did he ship something for that? No. Just has 3 war huts. And he sent Team Medicine already. And the villagers on the wood crates, they're probably gonna go down just a second. And they are. Yeah, a little bit of lag, that's a shame. But the villagers go down, that's rough for him. Let's go to units and lost, see how many villagers have been lost. It is 3 villagers total, so it could be worse, but yeah, those pikes coming in, I don't think they're going to get the war hut down. Not with how large this army is. They do have the upgrade on them. They also have the Mapuche, so they have super high siege. So they will actually take it down. Look at the siege on these guys. It is 48 siege. You guys can't see that, but yeah, 48 siege with 5 speed. I'm surprised it's only 5 speed. Maybe that's because they're attacking. But yeah, really, really high siege out from those pikemen. Yeah, the lag is a little bit annoying, but hopefully we'll be able to, it'll be okay soon. No cav units out from them yet. I'd like to see some cav, but we don't see that yet. We do see that the, what is this called? The Native Treaties was sent. I believe that's what it's called. It is, yeah, Native Treaties, which gets them 3 Bolus Warriors, 3 Inca and Huaminca, or 2 Inca and Huaminca, and no, it is 3. They keep on moving. All right, 2 Inca and Huaminca and 5 Mapuche. So they do clean up this army, and they're going in now. People are trolling. Yeah, a little bit, Pinky. I didn't want to exclude it. I haven't had a tournament yet before this one where everyone was able to sign up, and lots of lower level players, while they didn't expect to win, just wanted to have fun playing. And that's the point of play-ins, making sure that the players are able to, that's the point of the play-ins, making sure that we have better teams going into quarterfinals. So quarterfinals is just, basically saying, are you able to actually play in this tournament or not? And Binding Thunder calls it. Look at some of the post-game stats real quick. See the military unit tab there. Well done from Japan Blamer. Clavier going pure pikes. Look at the combat XP of everyone. We'll look at the resources gathered. Military unit population. Villager population, and then we'll go to team stats and look at all 3 of those too. Villager population, it looks like they never really made vills after the start. We'll go back to, yeah. Binding Thunder basically never created vills once he got rushed. Good morning, Sketchy Pineapple. Alright, we'll get into game number 2 just a bit. As game number 1 going over to Japan Plamer and Clavier. Hey, Mother Anna. Mother Anna. How's it going? Alright, so Japan Plamer and Clavier versus Matt Moy, Vanny Thunder. Game number 2. We are going to do the random maps and the random civs here for you guys. The random map is Pampa Sirius. Get the civs for Japan Blamer and Clavier out. France. What the heck? How is this possible? It can't be possible, can it? This is the same civs for them. Wait, something's wrong here. Euro, Spain, Matt, Moy, Viney, Thunder. That's crazy. So we have 3 of the 4 civs the same. I'm glad Spain at least changed. What's the chances of that? I'm curious if there's something in the programming that makes it do it a higher chance of repeating or something. Something in the cookies, I don't know. Okay. Alright, so we have... Wait.
Street cred.
Slightly confused. I thought Japan Blamer and Clavier were saying reroll. Okay. Alright, so we're going to reroll all the civs for Blamer. The Indian's is going to be the first one. Let me do the map real quick though. Map, Hudson Bay. Indians, Blamer, Clavier, Indians, Spain, Spanish. And for Bunny Thunder and Matt Moy, there's ports and Aztec. Alright, so ports and Aztec versus Indians and Spanish. That's those aren't matchups you see every day. That's one thing I like about this tournament is you see unique matchups and you see things you wouldn't normally expect. Let me see. I'm curious about the Team Archaic card. Does it affect anything for Indians? It does not. I was wondering if it would perhaps affect the Rajput. That would be interesting. But they do not. So here we have the civs. It is Spanish and Indians versus Portuguese and Aztecs. The map is Hudson Bay. It can go with winter version or summer version. We'll see what they do.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Not sure where he's from. It's a little bit disappointing that he's lagging as hard.
Yes.
He's changing his net, he said. So we'll be back in just a moment with it. Or he'll be back in just a moment. So the map is Hudson Bay. These are the natives, Cree and Huron. Huron, you can build mantlets from it. There's the upgrades. I don't remember every single one. One of them allows you to build more mantlets. One of them it gives you upgrades on your fishing boats. The Cree allows you to build more Cree. And then there's also, you can build villagers out of the Cree, JAILEDaoe. And you also can, I believe there's an upgrade there for I think it's either 5% attack or 5% HP on basically all military units. For Matmoy and Viney Thunder, Portuguese and Aztec are both exceptionally good on water, so that does give them an opportunity to best the opponents. I was happy with their play for their PR. They played really well last game, actually. They played better than a lot of sergeants I've seen. So I would say they played around second lieutenant level and playing against captain and lieutenant colonel. Well done from them so far. The odds. All right. So this is the real game 2 of Japan Blamer and Clavier versus Matmoy and Viney Thunder. The map is Hudson Bay. This is game number 2. Spanish and Indians versus Portuguese and Aztec. All 4 are pretty decent at water, although Portuguese and Aztecs are arguably top tier. And we'll get into it. Alright, it is once again the winter version. We do have Matmoy and Viney Thunder on the right-hand side. Portuguese and Aztecs. They do have the potential to do some decent rushes, although I would perhaps expect it more from Spanish and Indians. Portuguese and Aztec are both exceptional on water. Spanish is pretty decent, and Indians are pretty decent on water too, but they are perhaps a little bit stronger when it comes to H2 units. We'll see what they're going to go with though. Alright, getting back into it. Alright, shipments sent. Obviously nothing has been sent yet. We'll take a look at the decks real quick. Spanish deck, Indians, no one has selected a deck yet. Portuguese has a deck, but this is just this generic starting deck, so he's gonna need to make this work really quickly. Shame for him. Perhaps he didn't realize he didn't save it. Yeah, if they were to win this, I would be shocked with a deck like that. That's so rough. It does have military shipments at least. If they're rushing, that gives them that option. Let's see the rest of the decks though. Spain has picked a deck. Lots of rods in deck, and having the cards to upgrade them too. Kind of some late game cards too, with having a couple plantation, mill cards, eco theory, 1k wood, 700 wood, 700 coin. That's interesting. Definitely looks like it's gonna be some rods. He does have the Caballeros card also, in case the opponents are going pure infantry. Looking at Indians deck, we do see that now. I like the choice of having 7 Urumi and Team 4 Urumi. That is basically 7 Urumi shipment and an 8 Urumi shipment. along with having having good cards in H2 military shipment wise. I like those choices from him. We can take a look at Aztec's deck now. Looks like he's intending to go lots of mace. Does not have any other military shipments though. Yeah, looking good from them. Alright, so rough deck out from Portuguese. I think he forgot to save his deck or something. Looking at everything else. When it comes to resources, Japan Blamer and Clavier are closer to aging up. We'll look at units in queue. 2 for Matmoy, 1 for Viney Thunder. Japan Blamer and Clavier both probably going to age in just a moment. Matmoy and Viney Thunder have not sent their shipments yet. They're both holding on to them. So, as Portuguese, normally it can be fine to hold on to them. With a deck like this, I don't know what you'd want to do. I don't know. But it can be fine with Portuguese to hold on to them. You don't have any amazing Age 1 cards. Saving your first shipment for Age 2 is totally fine. Yeah, pro deck, right? Let's look at everything else. We'll go to the line of sight for the players. I think Viney Thunder may go for this treasure soon. We'll see. And some hunting going out from Viney Thunder. Matmoy is aging. He has not shipped a shipment. Aztecs has not shipped any shipments either and does not have 3 bills. So, theoretically, it can be okay to not send any shipment Age 1 if you're doing a super hard, like all-in rush type of strategy. That is about the only time I would really suggest it. So they might do something like that. With a deck like Portuguese deck, perhaps it'd be best to go like 300 food into 6 muskets into 8 crossbowmen or something like that. Maybe it could ship 2 frontier outposts, 2 outposts into 6 muskets, 8 crossbow. But yeah, looks like no C deck out from anyone. Portuguese does have a couple cards, but just the generic cards you start with. You say India wins 2v1. Could do that. Should be a legit rehost. Yeah. Rehost for an incorrect deck is not something I'm going to do. But, yeah. Does look like all of the trade posts are out from Clavier, so nicely done from him. Let's go to economic units and see how many each player is on. 17, 17, 13, and 12. So 22 out now for Japan Blamer. It's because he shipped the 5 villager card first. You want 3 bills, Eco Theory, 5 bills. I think that's a good choice. You get your second shipment as Spain before you start even aging the 2 because you get shipments that much faster. So, making full use of that. Does have double barracks out. I do expect it to be rods. Pikes are another option with his deck. Of course, you could still make crossbow or musketeers, but yeah, it is rods. So lots of rods out. Is looking at Clavier. He has 3 trade posts out. And he's building a consulate now. He went with a Carney Mata. And I don't see... Does he have a villager out? He does have a villager forward. He is not building a military building yet. I think maybe Japan Blamer is just going to try to 1v2 here. Let's see what he tries to do. 3... Oh, that hurts. 3 Travois out, but the opponents already have all 3 trade posts. Where's he going with that? I guess he's going to go for the natives. That's really all you could do. Could get 3 natives, but yeah. Musketeers onto the rods. If the rods outnumber the musketeers, then they can do alright, but musketeers actually do pretty well versus rods. Rods having no multiplier versus them. The base stats here, I'll show this for you guys real quick. It is 135 HP and 11 attack versus, as soon as one pops out, I'll show you. But, yeah, the rods do clean that up. Getting onto the villagers now. Binding Thunder reacts decently fast. He's still probably going to lose one villager. Possibly two. Yeah, probably two here, yes. And we'll look at the Musketeers as soon as they come out. I'll leave this here for now. And where's the Musketeers? Let's go to units in queue. Make sure he has some in queue. He does. He has 5 in queue. Okay. And so it is 150 HP, 13 attack, 135 HP, 12 attack, and being that the Musketeers are also ranged, it's just going to be more effective in a mass. But Rod's doing pretty good work, really good mass out from them. I think he's going to be able to even take down this house before it goes up. Matt Moy, or Binding Thunder at 21 out of 20 pop. Does not have any, another house out. And the Jaguars were called. They do really well versus the rods, but 3 versus however many that was, 25 rods or whatever, 20 rods. That looks good for him. Really good micro out for Matt Moy, actually. He's cutting back and then firing. That's what you want to do here. Crossbow coming in from behind. I think he's going to clean this up. More rods coming in, though. That's going to be really effective. And yeah, looking rough from them for sure. He did send the outpost wagon early. Honestly, I don't know what else he's gonna send. A caravel that can gather. Team sheep outpost, 300 food. That's about all you can do. Finally, a house is coming out from Binding Thunder, but his villagers are gonna have to go back to the TC, and he's probably gonna lose a couple. I believe the TC, the bell was just called. Some mace come out now, but yeah, too many villagers already going down. No hurry, we'll do that to you. Fix the score. Oh, thank you. I had it fixed before the computer crashed, so look at TPs. Yep, he's had TPs ever since He was building all 3 of them before he hit age 2. I don't know if all 3 went up or not. But lots of rods out, looking good from Japan Blamer. Yeah, rods are just super, super strong. He goes 3 bills, equal 35 bills, 4 bills. Let's look at his bills, see if he has market ups on them too. He does. He doesn't have the last coin upgrade, but that's totally fine. 200 food, 200 wood. Very expensive, and rods are... They cost some coin, but your economy needs to be primarily food. It is 65 food, 35 coin for the Rattle Rogue, and the building villagers on top of that. So definitely food heavy economy. Mace is coming out now though. 1v2. It's looking like they might have he might not be able to engage now very well. Not if Matt Moy and Binding Thunder work well. If they push out forward, though, then that could be rough. They should sit back, build up a few more units, get a few Musketeers out. If there's probably 15 Musketeers or so, and 20, 30 maces, they should be able to deal with the rods pretty easily. Do I see a military building out yet from Clavier? No, he is H3 though. So he is H3, building his second TC, not using his villagers to do so, just as explorers. And the rods are here. That's a really good rod mass. I am curious if Clavier is feeding Japan Blamer at all. Oh, that's so rough. So few mace out. With Matt Moy's deck and Binding Thunder losing villagers, I mean, this game is honestly effectively GG. It would have to be some serious mistakes from Clavier and Japan Blamer. And lots of mistakes in order to just do anything. Yeah. This is what you don't do? Yep. Well, yeah, looking rough from them. More musketeers out, but they're not working together in tandem. Rods are actually pretty decent versus skirmisher type units. If you're able to get up in melee range versus them, they are skirmisher type units are just really bad versus melee units. They're really bad in melee, rather. So, yeah. I have no idea what's going to happen here. We do see Matmoy aging right now. Looking at his age 3 cards, he does have some options there. He was sent 300 food, 300 food. Yeah, they calls it. The favorite thing to do is for Taylor to quit. We'll just take a quick look at these stats real quick for you guys. I mean, yeah, I don't think with Matt Moy's deck they really ever had a chance. But yeah, there we go. We'll get into game number 3 here. Sorry these are so one-sided. Kind of have to get them out of the way in the play-ins though. Alright, we're going to spin these maps. The map and the civs for you guys. Alright, map first. Map is Hudson Bay. What's with the... Okay, Ottomans. Alright, at least we have different civs. Otto and all right, here we go. Otto and Aztecs versus Otto and Russians. So what I would expect from these players is either Mace and Janissaries versus Janissaries and Russians, or it could be actually Puma for either for Aztecs and Ibis for Ottomans for Blamir and Clavier. I don't know if they're going to go with that, but yeah. I will be back 1 millisecond. 1 sec. Alright guys, we are back into it. This is game number 3, Hudson Bay, Japan Blamer and Clavier versus Matt Moy and Viney Thunder. This is the 6th game, the sixth match of the play-ins for the 2v2 Jackpot tournament. It is play-ins, and there are some one-sided matches. That's just kind of that's just comes with the territory for play-ins, but quarterfinals should be a lot closer. The civs are Otto and Aztec versus Otto and Russians. Not matchups you see every day, and that's the thing I really, really like about this tournament. You don't see the same old, you know, super strong civs being picked all the time. There's just a lot of random civs and really interesting matchups you rarely see. They are pretty much private, sketchy pineapple. Although they did play really well in game number 1 for being privates. We'll take a look at their decks in just a bit, but yeah, this map, it is winter version once again. The TP line spawns the same way. And yeah, it is Russians for Viney Thunder and Russians and sporting the color of purple. And then Matmoy in yellow as the Ottomans. Japan Blamer in blue as the Ottomans. And then Clavier in teal as the Aztecs. Auto Aztec better in your opinion? Yeah. I think you have a few more options at least. Russia are pretty strong though. They do have a strong rush. We'll take a look at the decks real quick, see if anyone has picked anything up. We do see Japan Blamer has picked up a deck. Pretty good standard 2v2 deck. Missing a couple cards. It does have some... I don't know how to go with mill and plantation cards in a 2v2. But he does have 8 Hussar, worth noting. May go for a Revolt. Looking at the Aztec deck, he has 3... It's a... No military shipments in Age 2. This is much more of a late game deck, like a 3v3, 4v4 type of deck. But, yeah. Look at Ottoman's deck now for Matmoy. And a little... Let's see, compare these real quick. A little bit earlier game focused. Does have option to Revolt also. Doesn't have 1k wood, and unless you're being fed, 1k wood is really good for a Revolt situation. Look at that! So many cannons. 2 Falconets, 2 Falconets, 2 heavy cannon, 2 heavy cannon. I don't think I've ever seen a deck have all of those before. Yeah. So, looking at it, we do see Ottomans has picked up, both Ottoman players has picked up a trade post, and then Aztec has picked up an additional trade post too. So, it was a wood start, I believe. Let me confirm that. Yeah, it was a wood start. Yeah. Wood start, and Aztecs, you can actually build a trade post and a house. You do get slightly more value out of that. There's a few options on a 300 wood start as Aztecs. You can go a trade post and a house, try to get a wood treasure, and use your warrior priest to do so. He is scouting with his warrior priest right now. Lower HP, but yeah, if you're able to get another wood treasure and get a fire pit on top of that, that's almost worth 2 trade posts. You could additionally go a fire pit, a house, and a market, and then try to get ups in the market. A couple options there for you. But looking at Ottomans, he is already up. 400 wood for him. And he's going stable. Alright, stable in base. That's interesting. And he has 300 coins, so I'm thinking he's gonna go for a Revolt. That's what I'm thinking already. Revolt can be really nice. Looking at Ottoman Revolt, very, very strong. Looking at Aztec, let's see what he tries to do. He did age already. He is shipping some units. I'm guessing it's Team 3 bills. Looking at everything else. Ottomans over here, aged up. No military building out. Is hurting. So nicely done from him there. Viney Thunder is hurting just a bit himself, it looks like. And he is aging up. Clavier is not... Oh, is Clavier feeding? Huh, he might be feeding. He's still age 1. Let's take a look at his deck real quick. I think he's going to be feeding. So he's feeding Revolt for Japan Blamer. Talk about really tryharding, right? Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure Matt Moy and Viney Thunder literally are not going to know what hit them. The PR of Yellow, I believe they're both privates. Pretty low. Me no English. But they played pretty well in the first game, in all reality, for their PR. They're playing against a lieutenant colonel, I believe, and a captain. So, obviously, it would take a miracle for them to even take a game off. But if they did, they would go into quarterfinals. There's a very good chance of them going to quarterfinals. I do like that Matt Moy has herded some, so there's that. Blockhouse just now coming up. Japan Blamer is really close to aging. 1K coin comes in. He's going to gather that, and he's going to gather a little bit more food. Clavier is probably going to send it to him. He is up now. So, late age from Clavier for sure. Pretty sure he fed some. Taking a look at his deck. I think it's a good choice to age if you only have one card that's even worth sending early and age 1. Now he can send more villagers and it'll just be better. Where is his warrior priest? It's over here. Okay. Very low HP. 18 HP on that. About as low as it gets. Obviously, you could go down to 1, but... yeah, I'm trying to keep this entertaining for you guys. Pinky, you said earlier you had a construction-related question. What was that? We do see Japan Blamer going to age 4 right now. He does have 1K wood that was sent. With that, he'll be able to age. He'll be able to revolt a lot easier. Looking at everything else, I like the Janissaries out, but I'm not sure they realize what's hitting them. Montnoy is age 3 already. Nicely done. I didn't see that. We're gonna need a large Janissary mass to deal with the revolt, though. Japan Blamer does get a batch of Cav out. Or no, those were age up Cav. Okay. I would guess. Maybe not. No, he is training them. He has enough wood to revolt. He just needs coin and food now. I think he's gonna probably send the factories and or maybe possibly the 8 Hussar. Oh, that was a mistake. Team 3 Bills should have been sent after he revolted. Then he would have gotten. He would have. If he had sent it afterwards, he would have had some villagers post revolt. So he does have a bunch of units out now. I'm curious. I think he's sending. Yeah, pretty sure he's sending the 8 Hussar, and then he'll probably revolt. Lots of villagers on coin at the moment. It's gonna need 100 more wood to revolt. You're just building a lot of Hussar. A whole lot of Hussar. Muskets and Janissaries versus revolt isn't terrible. In all reality, age 2, yeah, it is kind of terrible. Ruskets on top of that. But you want either goons or muskets. That's probably the best type of units to go versus a revolt. So I like their chances in their army composition. Definitely need some more upgrades though. Clavier is still age 2. I think he's still feeding. 3 bills, 5 bills, 4 bills, team 3 bills. If he had delayed that team 3 bills, he would it'd be looking really good for him. Looks like Japan Blamer just needs a bit more coin and he will revolt. start sending your army to the opponent now. Get your revolt in. That's gonna be a huge, massive Hussar. Imperial Hussar, super, super strong. Fort out from yellow. Also has the upgraded Janissaries. And he's in it. So 87 food, 10 wood, 86 coin. Pretty good macro from him there. He doesn't have factories, that's worth noting. But otherwise, yeah. Imperial Hussar is just so strong. Look at the stats for you guys. It is 640 HP, 60 attack versus 252 HP, 24 attack. Hand attack is 18 two times also. And the musketeers come forward from the Ruskets come forward from fighting. But yeah, that massive unit's just absolutely insane. Yeah. I'll let you guys take what you will from that. One thing that I've seen some Revolt players do is just be really scared to take engagements versus anti-cav units with the Hussar. And I really like that Japan Blamer hasn't been doing that. When you're dealing with goons, Cav can deal with goons, but they have to be on top of it. Yeah, the fort goes down. So 3-0 to Clavier and Japan Blamer. Look at some of the post-game stats for you guys real quick. You see that combat XP, resources gathered. Alright, resources gathered there. Military unit population. When he revolted, he went from 54 to 94. Villager population there. And we'll go to team stats real quick for you guys. I want to take a look real quick at the villager population of Aztec. That's just kind of crazy. Alright, we'll get into the next game. Sorry these are so one-sided, guys. I committed to casting every game of the tournament, so I am doing so. If somehow Matt Moy and Viting Thunder were able to take a game off of them, that would be pretty exciting. They would. There's a good chance of them making it to the quarterfinals if they did so. But yeah. Here we go. More original ways of beating privates. Yeah. Alright, so the map is Fertile Crescent. The saves for Blamer and Clavier is ports. Ports in Chinese. For Vining Thunder and Matt Moy, it's Russian. Alright, so ports Chinese versus Russians Iroquois. This is actually a matchup that favors Russians and Iroquois, I think. Ports is... They need some time to get their economy rolling. They can ship a bunch of crates. Let's see what they're doing. Well, they're forfeiting it. All right, even more games. Yeah. Let's see what time it is. Let me check something real quick. All right. I think I'm gonna call it, guys.